Hello and welcome in, my fellow nerds. It's me, Makazi, back at you with another pickups video. This is the end of the month of August, and so we will be going over our August pickups. I will say my wallet is very happy this month as I did not pick up too much stuff. Unfortunately, it wasn't even that there wasn't a lot to get, because honestly, a lot of great games came out this month in August, and a lot of great games were announced this month in August. But I decided to be a little bit easier on it, especially because July was so crazy. And honestly, most of the months since I've been doing this series have been just insane amounts of purchases. Most of the time, just things I forgot I bought, or just, I went a little crazy. So this month, I will say this video will probably be a little bit short, and honestly, thinking forward to September might also be a little bit on the light side, which is fine. That's the nature of the beast when it comes to pickups videos, is some months you're going to have a lot of stuff, some months you're just not going to have a ton of stuff. And so let's go on and take a dive into what we got in the month of August 2025. All right, so I didn't really get a ton of stuff this month, but we did get some good stuff. That's the good news. So we're going to start off pretty simple. I did say in my last pickups video that I was going to wait until the month of August to get this, and so boom, I got Donkey Kong Bonanza. I was really excited to play this game, and I did play it for a few hours. Unfortunately, I'll be honest with you, I haven't played nearly as much of this game as I've wanted to. The week that I got it, I actually was basically home alone all week, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to play the crap out of this game. I get the game, and then I just had a really bad week, was super busy with other stuff, and just didn't get a chance to play it. And then ever since then, I've only played it for maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 hours, but I am still excited to play this game. So far of what I've played, it's been awesome. And yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Switch 2. I will be getting to this game very soon. Unfortunately, I will say that I did put it a little bit on the back burner because of the fact that Hollow Knight Silksong was announced, and I really wanted to play Hollow Knight whenever Silksong got announced, and so I've been playing that, and I'm a couple hours into that game and having a good time. So hopefully I can finish Hollow Knight soon and get back to DK Bonanza hopefully this month, in the month of September, because I'll be honest with you, I don't plan on picking up Silksong until obviously it's a physical, which I don't know if it's a day one physical. So that's the first game I got this month. And then the next game that I got was another copy of Cyber Shadow. Now, if you guys remember, I got a copy of this a couple months back. I think if I remember correctly, it was in my June pickups video. It might have been in the July one, but I did get this a while back. Now, you might be asking, why did you get 2 copies of this game? It was an accident. You'll see that basically, spoiler alert, the rest of the games that I got this month were all super rare games that came as a bundle deal. And when I bought that bundle, I saw this game, and for some reason I thought I hadn't gotten it yet. And I think part of it was because it hadn't shipped yet. So I ended up adding it to the order. And then when the first one came in, I realized my mistake, but it was too late to cancel this. So I'm probably going to end up selling this one, honestly. I don't like to keep multiple copies of games. I know some people out there like to keep like one sealed, one open so they can play it and stuff. I'm not really like that. I'm a person who's going to be opening their games eventually and playing all of them as much as I can. And so, yeah, I'll probably end up selling this. I will say it's already shot up in value. A lot of super rare games have, because when I added these to my price charting list, I noticed that normally a super rare game, the week after it is like, up for order and everything and is shipped out, normally these go for like 35 euros, right? If I remember correctly, it might have gone up in price, but I used to get these, and then day one they'd be worth like $50, $60, like right out the rip. These ones, if I remember correctly, when I looked on price charting, they were already up there. They were already in like the 70 to 80 range. I unfortunately do think that super rare games are going to get crazy expensive in the near future, mostly because recently it was announced that the tariffs were going to go into effect against the U.S. And we are here based in the U.S., and I'll just read you really quickly. It says, on the Super Rare Games website, alert for U.S. customers. Due to new U.S. tariff rules coming into effect on August 29th, we are putting a temporary pause on U.S. orders and shipments so that we can get your games to you with minimal delay and costs. More details to follow ASAP. Thank you for your patience. I think that there's going to be a section of Super Rare games coming out in the rest of this year, maybe early next year, that are going to end up being like Omega level rare in the future. Like they're going to be just like the beginning, like the first couple super rare games that are now currently worth like $100+. I think the ones coming out in the near future are also going to be like that because of FOMO, Whether the games are good or not is not going to matter. It's going to be, well, these games weren't really available in the US almost at all because of the tariffs, and so I think they're going to be, unfortunately, crazy hard to get. So my hope is that the next couple of games that come out are games I'm uninterested in. But anyway, enough of that rant. The next game that we did get was a triple pack, but I'll go through them one at a time. The first one being Astrea, 6-Sided Oracles. Now, this game, I'm trying to remember exactly what the gameplay for this one is, because unfortunately with these packaging, usually I would look on the back to remind me, but unfortunately it's not, like that. So let's go ahead and see this really quickly. Okay, so I looked up the gameplay of it really quickly. Well, maybe not gameplay, but just some screenshots. This game, I remember why I wanted it now. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Dungeon Dice Monsters because you're using dice to kind of like battle with and stuff. There isn't like a grid-based system or anything like that, but like I'm not the biggest fan of dice-related games because like there's no real luck involved at that point. But the gameplay did look interesting, and I will say, in a sea of deck builders, it's nice to see them trying something different. So I ended up getting this game not only because it was part of the triple pack, but because it did have that really unique dice mechanic. And so we'll see if I end up playing this sooner or later. I will admit that a lot of my super rare games do kind of stay sealed for longer. I don't really play them as fast as I do some other games, but I definitely want to start opening some more of my super rare games and playing them. The second super rare game that came in that package was Planets of Lana. And this game is pretty cool looking. I will say this triple pack is probably one of the best triple packs that have come out, in my personal opinion. This one is really more of like they call it a cinematic puzzle game, cinematic puzzle adventure game. The screenshots that I see here just look really like aesthetically pleasing. And so this one will probably go on the back burner for a while, but I do plan on playing this one eventually. It just kind of looks like a 2D like side-scrolling, but with really good art. So this one will get played eventually. And then finally, the last game. That's right, the last game of the month already. Because again, I just unfortunately didn't really go hard this month. Like my wallet really is like breathing a sigh of relief here. And yeah, so the last one that I got was Terra Memoria. Now this game honestly was I will say this one and Astrea were the two that really made me want to get the triple pack the most. Planet of Lana was kind of more of like I said, the third game in the pack that I was like, I might as well grab it. And it looked interesting enough that I'll probably play it, but if I end up not playing it, I can always sell it off. But Terra Memoria looks really cool. This is more of like an RPG game where you kind of are like, it kind of made it seem like you play as almost like a blacksmith, and you kind of are using abilities related to that in order to carry out your adventure. And honestly, the art style is really cute. I will say Super Rare Games does a really good job of picking a lot of their games because they get games with really nice art style, a lot of cool indie games, which is why I like buying from them. So again, it's a little bit of a shame that I think with all the tariff situations and stuff, hopefully that gets resolved soon and we can go back to business as usual. But with that going into effect, like I said, unfortunately, I think that they're going to start that August 29th. So I guess if you don't buy anything by then, you're probably just going to be waiting on orders for quite some time. So, and I will say over the past year, I've noticed that the shipping has taken a while for Super Rare Games. They used to come a lot faster, but because I bought these a while back and they came in the month of August. So yeah, that's basically everything that I got in the month of August. Again, not too much, but a lot of good games here. All right, and that's everything I got in the month of August. Again, it was a quick little video this time, not too much stuff, but we did get some heaters, I will say that. And because, there isn't really too much to show off, I just wanted to say I am playing other games at least. I've been getting through some of my backlog this month, so it's not that August has been completely quiet, but I've been playing a lot more of my other games. I mean, I'm looking over to my left now for some of my completed games. I haven't decided if I want to make videos on them yet, but I did play, I did finally finish Pokemon Moon this month. I finally finished one of the games on my backlog, which was Goof Troop for the Super Nintendo. I also got, what is this game that I finished? Oh yeah, I finished that a while back. And then I also, actually just recently, as taping of this video, me and Erica kind of finished the story, but there's still got the extra levels and stuff of Sackboy: A Great Adventure. So I have been playing games and I'm still working on beating a few more games. By the end of this year, I'm really hoping to get through more of my backlog. Looking over on the shelf of all the backlog games, I will say there's quite a bit left to get through, so we'll see if September is nice to me. I've been thinking of other video ideas as well. I don't want this channel to be purely pickups videos. I obviously do a good amount of reviews here, but in order to do reviews, I have to finish games. And so I've kind of maybe come up with an idea to do more reviews on other things, let's just say, so that I can get some more videos out for you guys. But I just want to say thanks again for watching. If you like this content, go ahead and follow us here on YouTube. You can also follow us on Bluesky or on Instagram. I'll leave the links in the description down below. And let me know in the comments down below, what did you pick up in the month of August? Did you do better than me? Did you get a ton of stuff? And also, did you like some of the stuff that I picked up? I mean, it wasn't a lot of stuff, but I will say it was a lot of heaters that hopefully I can play very, very soon. But thanks again for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And go ahead and hit that like button or the subscribe button. Go ahead and check out some of our other videos. There's a lot bigger and longer pickups videos in the past. And hopefully September will be a big one, because I will say I did just see there was an announcement for a sale, an online sale at a store that I usually frequent. So maybe I'll go there. Also, I will say, you know, as stated earlier, super rare games I think are going to get really, really hard to come by here in the US thanks to the tariff situation. And so, I mean, there's actually a big, you know, notice on their website right now saying that they're going to be pausing shipments starting August 29th. It's August 28th as recording of this video. And so I may just take a look and see what maybe I can get before they stop shipping. I know other sites like Play Asia and VGP have come out and made statements on the tariffs and how they're dealing with them. So unfortunately, I do think that video games are going to get a little bit harder to come by, which means in the future, a lot of these games are going to get crazy expensive and hard to find, which sucks. You know, that FOMO really does kick in for stuff like that. But anyway, like I said before, thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you nerds next time.